begin our meditation today. Let's choose. Let's choose to stay in present moment awareness for the gift that it is, for the peacefulness that it brings, and for the opportunity to center in the infinite divine within our being. Let's choose to stay in present moment awareness. Let's remember that we exist in the divine. Let's hold this awareness very firmly in our consciousness that our existence is in the divine. And let's stretch our minds as much as we can to accept that the divine is the supreme doer within our being. And we, the ego, are only but instruments of that divine self within our being. As much as you can, hold a posture of instrument. Instrument is only in service. Instrument has the joy of experiencing doership within its own being from an infinite source. Don't forget these words. You are not the doer. You're only but an instrument of doing. Move away from your mind the notion that you are the doer. You're not in charge of this game. You can play in it by aligning to the supreme consciousness. In that awareness of divine as doer, an infinite consciousness within your being, you have the joyfulness to know that the I that you feel, that the ego that you feel, has been created by the divine to allow you the play of power and possibility, to allow you a separate consciousness for play. And you can only realize this when you align yourself to the supreme consciousness, allowing it to manifest fully as much as you can in and through you. That is the secret of the game. That is the secret of the ego play. Now let's meditate in this awareness. Bring your ego into that state of acceptance of the play in all of its forms. Knowing that it's a divine play, the play of having a physical body, the play of having a powerful mind, its full power yet unknown to us, the power of playing in an infinite consciousness, that we only partially realize. Let's stretch the consciousness as much as we can in the meditation. with a prayerful heart, come and reside in my heart fully. I open my heart to you. Come and reside in my heart fully. Let your perfect love, your fulfilling love, flow in and through me. I'm a humble seeker. I seek your mercies, your grace. Prabhu chi daya karo. Mana me anapaso. Come dwell within my being. Hold that awareness. Breathe into it. The more you meet with the divine within you, the more joyful you'll be, the more secure you'll be, the more fulfilled you will be. Those are the qualities that tell. They're the telling qualities that you're being immersed in the divine. Why do I want to be separate? When freedom and joy and happiness comes from merging my being into you, that I may be one with you. Though I may exist in a form, in seeming separation, I'm in oneness with you. At the core of my being, you and I are one. Soham, you and I are one. Soham, you and I are one. So is the you, hum is the I. Stay in that awareness, that God consciousness. It's your home. It's your right as a soul. Now bring that grace into your heart. Bring that supreme being within you simply by aligning. What does aligning mean? That my mind must open itself fully to you, giving up its finite power. Let your power flow in and through me. Let your power flow in and through me. I have no power without you. You are the source of all power within me. You guide me, protect me, nourish me, strengthen me. Hold me in oneness with you. Sahana bhavatu, sahana panaktu, sahaviryam karavavahe, tejasvinavaditamastu. Let my knowledge come from your light. Mahavit vishavahai. Let me stay in oneness with you. Stay there with me and give attention to your physical body. Let it be nourished by this state. Breathe into the gut that the body cells may receive this grace of peace and strength and nourishment from the inner space. This is how you plug into the universe, that you may be revitalized by every breath. Breathe into the gut, breathe into the chest, breathe into the brain. Bring the pranas inside. Nourish your nervous system. Nourish the mind. Nourish the heart. When you plug into the universe, you have to let go of your separateness and open yourself to the infinite divine within you, that you will be nourished. And stay with it. Stay connected. Don't pull the plug to separate the circuit. Use the mind, use the heart, use the gut to stay connected. Let's do it together as we are one in the divine. Stay with me. And slowly extend your awareness back to your physical world. Feel the seat beneath you, the air around you. You have to use gross body consciousness to do that. The light around you, the sounds around you, the smells around you. Welcome your gross world. You're here on a journey. You have taken this body as a soul, incarnated for the sake of an earthly journey. Journeying through time, experiencing the elements of nature through physical senses, breathing the oxygen of the atmosphere for the body's survival, experiencing the sunlight in the body, the water in the body, the food of the earth, and the space of movement and communication. Open yourself to the experience of your physical world. Stay centered in your soul consciousness, instrument of the divine. And as we welcome a new day, let's align ourselves to the divine. Let's align the ego, our I consciousness, to the supreme divine within us. I center my consciousness in the source of my being, my infinite self, that source of infinite peace, love, goodness, wisdom, and vitality. It is the source of my ego existence. I stay centered there. I stay centered there. That my every thought, word, and action be inspired by the divine within me. That I may be a source of uplift to my world, a blessing. And that I may live in the light of the divine. I give thanks for every blessing that my ego receives from the divine. And I pray as an ego to continue to be worthy of divine grace, that I may grow fully into the light. Om, peace, peace, peace. Welcome everyone to Sunday and its beautiful energies across our world. In the meditation, I showed you how to align to the divine. I showed you how to accept your ego existence. And I showed you how to posture as instrument and not doer. The practice of meditation, sitting meditation, affords this, that we can detach from the worldly things around us that we are constantly busy with. And we can anchor ourselves in that divine space where we can be nourished, strengthened, where we can intuit the wisdom of the self, the higher self, where we can recharge, revitalize, restore, rejuvenate, and make ourselves ready for a new day on the journey. Of course, we're going to expend energies through the mind, through the emotion, through the vital activities. We are going to expend energies. So we have to ensure that when we meditate, we store. Just a reminder, and last week I referred to it, that sleep is meant for the circadian rhythm of the body. The body needs to sleep. It's built that way. And of course, the best sleep that you get is from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. The body is in its detoxin mode. After 3 a.m., the lung meridian is operating, allows you to breathe fully and restore the lungs. And I said that a lot of you may laze in your bed in the early hours of the morning, and you're in a dream world. You're not in deep sleeping, but you're in a dream world, and all kinds of thoughts occupy your mind, and you've begun expending energies. What you have gained from a very deep sleep, you start to expend it there. How wise is that? But if you do what you did here, meditation, you don't expand. You build. You don't expand, you build. How wise is lingering on your bed when your body feels restored? Body feels restored. Not mind, body feels restored. And then you wake up, body is restored. And then you strengthen your mind. These are your soul instruments. You strengthen your mind, you strengthen your eternal, your emotional being. You strengthen the vital body, the pranamaya kosha, the vital body, the body that is just behind this physical body, the energetic body that runs it, drives it. You nourish that through the prana, through the meditation, through the chakra breathing when you become aware of chakras. And then you're properly restored for your new day. You need to learn the circadian rhythm of the body. And you need to learn how to use the meditation process effectively, of course. It's extremely important how you go to bed, because you may even disturb your deep sleep because the body is toxic. So instead of the liver really detoxing, you wake up because the liver is so toxic. So during your day, try to detox as much as you can. I told you about the hydration. I told you about the breathing practices. I told you about movement. Try to detox. And before you go to bed, prepare your mind. Here in the ashram, we chant the Shiv Mahimna in the evening, Stotram. And we meditate again for 15 minutes. What is your bedtime ritual? Do you look at things? Do you get your mind occupied on emails? What do you do in the preparation for bedtime? Are you going to go to sleep with an undercurrent of mental activity, with the mind not getting in repose before you go to bed? How are you treating with the body? You're going to keep the body hyper, that it cannot be restored within those hours? Observe for yourself and you will see what I'm saying. If you go to bed disturbed, there's an undercurrent of tension while the body is trying to be restored. You have to remove that undercurrent of tension. You have to de-stress the body before you go to bed. You have to put a good mantra in the mind or put a good mental practice. Some people choose Yoga Nidra. And you put the body to sleep like you'd put a baby. You read a bedtime story. You stroke the child a little bit to ensure that its energy is at peaceful. And then you begin to see the child sleeping away. That's how you should do your own body. It's like your child. Body doesn't have an ego of its own. Of course, it carries genes. But it needs a driver to have the genes activated. If the driver isn't there, the body dies. It has no driver. It needs a driver. That's what happens when the child takes the first breath. It moves away now from the mother's umbilical cord that was supporting it and the mother's prana into the prana of the soul. It has to take that first breath. Whilst the child is in the mother, it's a part of the mother, of course, and the father. And its survival depends on the mother's energy. So it's being governed, the host is the mother, it's been governed by the mother. When it comes out, then that soul has to be in there. That soul has to be in there. And when you take the first breath, you know that the soul has come in and activated the pranas. So your body is run and governed by your soul. The body is simply a vehicle of the soul. It doesn't have a mind of its own. Every cell has an intelligence, but it's governed by you. You're the director of the show. But its body system depends on you for its running. It needs the pranas, the panchavayu, for running. So learn how to live in harmony with your body. And the meditative aspect of your morning is to bring the ego into the right posture. It is to revitalize the body using the pranas, the panchavayu, using the pranas, to revitalize the body. When you do that, then you're ready for a day as a soul in a body. Your body has gotten its rest, the circadian rhythm. You had a good bedtime routine, so you're distressed. You had a good sleep. You wake up in the early morning, 4 o'clock. Some of us 3 o'clock. Some of us 5 o'clock. And as the saying goes, don't wake up before the sun rises. Well, ensure that you wake up before the sun rises. Don't wake up after the sun rises. So this is body wisdom. This is soul wisdom. Where are you going to learn this? In none of the conventional institutions. You're going to learn these from the wise ones. The ones who see life as a journey. The ones who have realized the divine consciousness within their being. They're the true teachers of the earth. Not the secular ones. They are good. But they're not the best. We learn things from them. We learn survival rules for the body. But the wisdom giants are the ones we need to learn from. So I meet you this afternoon, my afternoon, in conversation. And here we continue the journey of the ego, which is the journey of life, really. The ego is at the center of the journey. And so I'm seeking to support you in your understanding of the ego. It's extremely, extremely important that you understand. How can you navigate the journey without understanding the I? Its genesis, where it has come from, its purpose, why it exists, and its destination. Where's the I headed? Of course, it's headed for emergence. How do you do this? How do you do this? We need the help of the enlightened ones. I couldn't do this without a master. And I'm sure that the more you get involved in seeking, you'll realize we can't do it easily without a master. Some of us may, because we have had the master support in previous lives, and we are born in this life without a need for a physical one. But a lot of us need the master. So I look forward to your presence in Secret Conversations. The numbers have been growing, and I like that very much. Those of you who may be listening on Facebook, not on Zoom, not on YouTube, please join. You can join the conversation. Of course, when you join, we love to see your appearance in it and your participation. You can participate by listening or asking a question. And those of you who've been writing, you can continue to, because that makes me understand your questions better even before you ask them. And even if you don't get an immediate reply in writing, you're sure to get one on the forum. My joy is serving you. You fulfill my purpose of being on the earth. When you ask me questions, when you converse with me, and when you make my life useful, I'm here for you. So let me wish you a blessed Sunday. See the world around you. It's important that you see it, smell it, taste it, touch it. It's a beautiful world, though transient. Don't be attached to it. It doesn't allow for attachment. Attachment brings misery. It allows supply. Use it as you need it. Don't be attached. And as it changes, change with it. Adjust yourself. Accommodate yourself to changes. That's how you're going to enjoy this play. Don't resist change. And realize how many friends you have on the journey. And remember too that your friends will challenge you. Your enemies don't. Look for your weakness and don't tell you. And then strike. But your friends will expose your weaknesses to you and help you. So look for those friendly challenges and use them well. So when I challenge you, remember, it's a friendly challenge. It's for you to grow. And I love when you meet the challenge bravely. And you rise above them. Have a blessed day, everyone. You know I'm with you. Stay with me. Namaskar, everyone.